On my journey to become the best version of myself during quarantine, I interviewed guests who gave their life experiences and expertise on love to finances and everything in between. Join me to learn a thing or two on becoming the best version of you with Gigi Show. I am very, very excited, and I know I say this on every show, but I really am this time because it's my family, y'all. So yay! I have to twist their arms to get here, so I'm so excited. Don't they look excited?
Yeah, right. We look excited.
So I had to twist their arms to be here tonight, but I'm so happy they're here with us. So let me introduce who they are. I have now I told y'all in the advertisement that it's 3 generations, not just 3 generations of Lions fans, but 3 generations of Gregs. Okay, so we got Greg 1, Greg 2, and Greg 3. So we got the grandfather, we got the son, and then we got the grandson, okay, joining us tonight. So I am so thrilled to have family on. And so as I've been promoting, we're all talking about football, pro football tonight. So because of COVID-19, as we all very well know, the game has drastically changed, okay? And so things are different. You know, things are very different. And a lot of sports fans are struggling because of this change, because I don't think any of us knew how a big part of our life sports was until this COVID hit and we didn't have it anymore. And so these gentlemen over here, I knew were going through something because they are season ticket holders of our Lions, go Lions fans. And so I wanted to talk to them specifically because when I say that game day is like a huge deal to this family, it is so major, okay? Next time I'm gonna have their wives on here to tell y'all how major it is. Because they do not play when it comes on game day. And I can remember back when, God rest our Papa's soul, but I remember on game day being on Green Lawn and the Lions, we would come in on a Sunday and the Lions would be on and we'd be like, oh boy, I know the girls got to go over here because the guys over here watching the game. And you could hear them through the house rooting the Lions on, and my grandfather talking smack, and then they made up this little Lions towel. And I let them talk about the towel, but they had this towel that they would hang. Would you hang it whether they lost or whether they won?
When we won.
When we won, okay.
No, when we lost, he would hang the
crying towel, right?
The crying towel. So he would make fun of him, and then the guys would come back to the house after the game and tell the story. So it would be a whole family thing, and it would be so fun to watch the passion that they had, whether they won, because y'all know Lions, whether they won or whether they lost. When I say diehard fans, so NFL Lions coach players, these are your true fans from this. These are your day ones, okay? So holler at them. If you see this video, I'm gonna connect y'all because they need to talk to you about whatever they need to talk to you. So hopefully we have a good season because they can always give advice because they know the game, y'all, in and out. So let me talk to these fellas here about how did you become this diehard Lions fan, this pro football fan? We'll start with Uncle Greg because it all started off with his journey. So tell me about it, Uncle Greg. How did this happen?
Well, number one, it started off with my mom. She was a sports fanatic. She loved the Lions, and it trickled down to me, and she took me to my first game. And I'm talking about in 1957 is all I can remember. But we got the first football. Where's that football that Grandma had? that hard one, Greg, that Grandma had. Yeah, this is it here. This is the football from 1956.
Wow.
That she had, yeah. And you know, a lot of people think that it's easy to say something and make up stuff, but I got proof. I'm not from Missouri, but I could. This is the first. This is the first book they had for the Lions, 1956. I got all types of stuff, but it started back.
What is that book? What is that?
This is a program. Back to the Lions program in 1956.
That is so cool.
Back then, the programs are 25 cents back then, and how much are they now? Right. About $20?
Yeah, 24.
About $25. Yeah, the programs are 20. But anyways, it goes back, you know, to that time. So I'm trying to get the grandson and the son to follow my footsteps because eventually I'm going to have to pass the baton. And the baton is almost in my left hand, get ready to pass it to him on my right hand. Okay. So I'm trying to indoctrinate them on some of the history of the Lions. 1957 was when I was going, and 1957 was when I remember their last championship they won. They won a championship in 1935, 1952, 1954, and 1957. But the last one that I ever remember was in 1957 when I sat back. It was called Nathan Field back then. And we sat in the corner way back there by the flagpole. I remember that. And then from that point on, we start going from the nosebleed up top all the way down to the front row. My brother-in-law and I, Ronald Hancock, him and I went to just about all the games. Ronnie and I, we would weather out the storm from the Silver Dome down to Ford Field. That was my ride or die back in the day. Mm-hmm. And then my sons and I, my grandson came and they started to get interested in the game. And then I see that they were just as diehard as I was. So that's some of the history that goes back. I got to the point where I was a season ticket holder from 1957 on. And then they knew me so well down there that they allowed me to get on the field. I used to give instructions to Hanson. He was the kicker. I got pictures of him. They allowed me to go to some of the, I was in the, what do you call it? I was in the locker room with some of the guys there. They allowed me when the Four Tops was singing, they allowed me to go ahead. I talked to them gave them the story of how I started out, just like I'm doing now. And it goes on and on and on. But I'm trying to get the history and teach them the Lions song, you know, like let them know the things that I know. Because see, when my son and I go together, man, we have some fun. If they score, everybody in the stadium knew that we were going to sing the Lions, fight song, you know. If you cut me right now, I'm Hallelujah and Blue right now. I mean, I go way back. You know, I go to the point of, well, now we sit in the front row and we have experienced we sit on the visitor side. I had a choice to sit on the Lions side, but we sit on the visitor side so I can meet some of the different people. I've met Jerry Rice, Barry Sanders. I got autographs, Michael Vick. So we get a chance to meet all of the players. They come over and give us high fives. Calvin Johnson gave us a ball. He even signed. Signed the football. You know, we got a few. My grandson, he's got a few balls. My son got a few balls. And I'm in the Lions den. This is the only den area that my wife allows me to display my Lions stuff. So this is.
Wait, stop right there. If y'all knew my Aunt Deborah. Okay, we got to have her on the show because she a whole nother story in herself. She one of my favorite auntie, and some people say I act like her too.
Yeah, but she won't be your favorite auntie if you ask her on the show. That's for sure. No way.
But they have created a whole. She has allowed. Let me say that. Them to create a whole room geared specifically dedicated just for the Lions. So what all do you have in there? It looked like it's like everything that you can imagine Lions up in there. Is that true?
Greg, hand me the football helmet. You have
And from the chairs to the
show them that. Gary, hold it up so they can see. Hold it up here so they can see. But I got the spatula here. Hold it up so they can see the chair.
Wow. I have never seen that before.
I got turn the camera to the helmet area. Hold on a second. You see the helmet area there? I got the helmet area. Turn it back to Greg. There's the song that I'm teaching them. There and there's up there is the Ford Field. That's where Greg and I stand. Up here, Greg, on the wall. That's where we stand when we go up top, Greg. That's where we go from the Ford Field. And we and then Barry Sanders, that's when he signed the autograph on the wall, Greg, on your right-hand side. That's where he signed that area there. And then I had this specially made, the chair, the bench. I had that special he made for me for the Lions. I have the facade here.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, this is only a portion that she allowed me to have. I want to before I go. I want to go ahead. Oh yeah, let me show you this too. I got a. Hope you can put it back up top, Greg. I got Martha Ford gave me a 40-year season ticket holder that we have here. You see that, G? It says for 40 years.
That is so neat.
Yeah, I got that there. It's so many things I have here. I met Holly Berry. She was. It's so many people. It's going to take almost a whole month to show you different things that we've gotten. We've even got. I even got my private. I even got my private cup that we had here. David signed the Lions Cup.
Oh, it has your name on it, Mr. Mace.
Yeah, can you see that? Not only that, I have that for the wife as well.
Oh,
she's the number one fan.
Oh, at least y'all included her in it.
No, I have to include her because she's the one that feeds us.
But you see why we got to win, though, G? You see why we have to win, though? The Lions, they owe us, right?
Absolutely, absolutely, and we're gonna get into that. First of all, I have to get over my awe because I did not know you had all of that, Uncle Greg. That is a lot of memorabilia. Wow, what is that?
Michael Vick's glove. He threw us Michael Vick's glove.
Here. And everything is like in mint condition, like you just got it.
Yeah.
This is the first bobblehead of the Lions my mother got in 1956. Wow. That was when it was all white. This is the first bobblehead that they had back then. It was all white, 1956. We got that.
That is so cool.
I got covers that the wife allowed me to put on the bed, just only during the season. Other than that, she doesn't allow me to put any of the Lions. I sleep with my Lions pillow that she's given me, the Lions pillow here. Isn't that something else?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I got so much stuff that it's unbelievable.
Die-hard fans, y'all. Die-hard fans.
You don't know what a die-hard fan is, G. Sometimes I'd rather not eat. And if our Lions win, I'm happy. Okay. When they lose, don't talk to me, G. Don't talk to me.
I remember those days.
And it all starts next week.
Okay. Uh-oh, Lord. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Okay, so we gotta get into. We have to get into what changes have been made. So, Uncle Greg, so we have a new stadium now, right?
Yes.
So that's the Ford Field for the Lions, right? Because I get
it's not new. It's been around for it's been some years now.
Years now.
When was that?
Yeah, it started. We moved in there 2002.
2002. Okay.
Yeah,
well,
we moved there in 2002.
It just still look brand new. It's beautiful.
It's state of the art.
It is state of the art.
It's state of the art.
So, Uncle Greg, so you remember the good old days when they were at the old stadium?
Little G, the old stadium. Gee, I could only come on Trumbull side back in the stadium in the old days. We could only go in a certain area, on Trumbull area. They allowed us, the blacks, to go in a certain area. That's when it was Nathan Field. After that, then it was called Briggs. After that, it was called Tigers.
But just all the same place, though. That's what you just told me. I thought it was like at different places.
It's the same location. Place, now it's called a corner now, but then we moved out to the Silver Dome, and now we have Ford Field. And I used to love it down there. beautiful. But now the state of the art, we know everybody down there. I mean, Lem Barney, the owner, I know all those guys firsthand. I've talked to them. We've experienced a lot of things down there. Uncle Ronnie and I was able to go down on the field and talk to some of the guys, and we were telling them what to do.
All I can say is y'all have to meet my Uncle Ronnie too, okay? Because he is, when you meet him, he's one of those people you will never forget him, okay? No. And I wish I had him on the show as well. But so I can imagine what that experience was like, meeting all those people with him.
Oh, he held back nothing. You know, he knew everybody, even the cheerleaders, he knew firsthand.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So the game, so when they moved to the new stadium, did you lose the momentum, or it just grew even bigger? Like, was the experience even greater at the new stadium?
Oh my goodness, it's greater because you know why? We were in the front, my son and I, we went down to the front row. Our pick of everything, they gave us first priority because our seniority was high. So I had a pick, and we're in the front row on the 45-yard line. So therefore, we meet everybody. We used to sit way up on the 18-yard line. We used to sit way up top. But
it didn't matter because it was still exciting.
It was still exciting. We still had fun. Yeah. But now, my son and I are down on the front row. We're like celebs. People come in, who are these guys? Who are these guys? They thought we were pro, you know, big millers. But you know, seriously, we enjoyed, and I wanted to stay in the family. The heritage must stay there, no matter what. Mm-hmm. So my baton is ready to pass on to Greg, and then to little Greg, and then when he has a son, it passes on down. It must stay there. Right. So I told my wife, I says, I don't want nothing for Father's Day, birthday, nothing. Just let me go to the Lions, and listen, she can have anything she wants when the Lions win. If they lose, man, look at here. I got to sleep in the garage for at least a day. At least.
Just to come down.
Bring it all the way down.
So I got to ask before we move on about the Thanksgiving game. Is that the biggest game for the Lions that year?
No, G, no. The biggest game is every game, G. It's no such thing as a little game. Thanksgiving, next week, the weekend, every game for my son and I, that's the biggest game.
I mean, it's a nice tradition though, because when we go, it's a whole big from the morning to the evening to eating with the family and all that type of I think that's right.
They're all about it, y'all. When they would come to the house, if they won, like they said, they would be all chipper and just happy, and all the girls would have to fix the guys' plates. So I would have to fix, y'all knew I was going to, I would have to fix, Greg number 2 plate. And we practically the same age. So I would be so mad and fixing his plate. But if they were happy, it was all good. If they didn't win, he would be so irritated, and his dad would be, and we'd be like, oh, all the women in the kitchen be fussing because they back there fussing because they lost. So let me ask you this. So what happens on game day? Like do you guys have like a tailgate party before you guys enter the stadium? And are you always in Lions gear, or do you have like a good luck, something you got to always take with you to make sure they win?
G, my son has a walk-in closet. I have a walk-in closet. Baby Greg has a walk-in closet of nothing but Lion gear, shoes, pajamas, everything. We leave and have breakfast early in the morning. Hold on a second, G. We leave and have breakfast early in the morning, and then we sit and talk football. When we go to the stadium, we talk football. When we're in the stadium, we talk football. And in the truck, we talk football.
Oh, my God.
And then topping on that, my grandson knows more about football than me because he played the game. Oh. And it was a pleasure watching him play. So, when you say 3 generations of football, you're looking at the baddest Lions fans in the world. Do you understand me, too?
I do. And I mean, I'm outdone. I'm more impressed than I went into this thing, okay?
No, You have no idea. My wife have to hold me back when we go out to eat at a nice restaurant and someone makes a statement of what year something started, and my wife says, "Hey, listen, you better not say anything because I want to correct them. I know the exact history of everything." She said, "Don't you say a word." I gotta say a word. Over down the field, I just let them know that, hey, Los No wasn't called Brick Stadium back in, and see, in 1919, I can go back in the history to 1929, 1935, even though I wasn't there, but I studied everything. The best players, who played, I talked to all of them, my son and I, and then the grandson, he's doing his history on it. So the three, when we put our heads together, you're in trouble.
Dynamite, huh?
The three prong.
My mom just said hello, everybody. She just chimed on.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing, Pam?
Okay, so when you said that you guys sit on the visitor side instead of the Lion side, so you're all, let me just say, I wore my blue and silver just for y'all, just to let you know. I didn't have a Lion shirt, but I tried to fit in as best I could. Okay, so you're all geared up, like you said, in your Lions gear. So this question is for Lil Greg. Well, Greg number 2. So you're there and you're all geared up, but you're on the opposing team side. They never say anything to you. Like, what the heck are you doing over here?
All the time, getting to it and stuff, which is part of the fun. But you get to see all of the other people. Like, if you sit on the Lion side, which is not bad, but you always see the Lions. But if you're on the visitor side, every team that come in, you get to see, the opponent. And that's where all the balls and stuff like that, because he got a lot of time, autograph balls from different players and stuff like that. So it's just you just see more. You know what I mean?
Okay. Not only see more, you get to talk smack to them and disrupt their whole game. Yeah. You understand? If you talk about them and make them get upset, they'll turn around. Who is this dude? Mm-hmm. Hey, don't worry about it. I'm a Lions fan. I'm a diehard. Mm-hmm. Disrupt them, you got it going. And when you're in the front row, man, hey, it's on. You can hear them talk, sweat, say anything they want to say. But
hey, how come I haven't gone to one? I have to talk about y'all about that offline. You know what I'm saying?
You can go to them. They sell a ticket. You can go to any game you want. No. This is seniority. This is seniority.
Lord. Seniority. Well, I gotta have my people talk to your people down at the Lions to see if I can get a seat one time next to y'all. Okay, so who is your favorite? I don't even know if this is a fair question, but do you have a favorite coach or favorite player?
Greg, which one was our favorite player? The black quarterback, the black coach that you just got rid of.
Caldwell.
Yeah, you said it. Caldwell, they should have never got. He had a season-winning record of 9-7. They brought another guy in, 3. I don't understand. But like I said, I'm not the coach. What they need to do is hire me. That'll take care of all of that. Can I get a high five on that?
Seriously.
You got it.
Seriously.
All 3 of us, coach, assistant coach, and the upcoming coach.
Okay.
Right. We will work for nothing. And I grant you, they know more about football than these new coaches do. Okay. I'm not afraid to say it. We know football. Football is us.
Yes. And it is in our family blood, including my brothers. As y'all know, that's how they got to college.
We forgot about the
scholarship. It runs all through their veins, all of them.
Steve and Tim. Yeah. Ronnie was a professional player. All of us was a football fanatic.
Right. So my baby nephew, Lord Jesus Ashton, I hope you love football because it's a wrap.
Yes.
He's barely 2. His baby shower was what? A football shower. So I hope he makes his daddy proud, makes us proud. Okay, so let me ask you this question. And this is for Greg number 3, grandson number 3. So, what do you think about any of the new players that has come in the game? Do you recommend that they swap anybody out or bring somebody from another team to improve our game?
So what's happening right now? We just picked up Adrian Peterson, which he's in the veteran running back from the Minnesota Vikings.
And Washington.
And who?
Washington.
Oh yeah, Washington. Yep. So we have at least 3 good running backs. But with Adrian Peterson, I feel like he's gonna bring that leadership and veteran leadership to the team. Mm-hmm. But I think really we need to worry about Stafford stepping up more than what he has in the past few years.
And what position does he play?
Quarterback.
Okay.
Yep. So we got to get ready for Stafford, and then also hopefully we got a better line this year than the previous years. Offensive line.
Mm-hmm. Do we have it? And this is, y'all know, I know a lot of stuff, but football, I know a little bit, but nowhere near what y'all know. So pretend like, I'm an amateur, which I really am. So are there any, what's the word? Are there any suggestions that you saw that they played a certain way last year that they need to either add or take away to make the game better? Any plays that they need to do?
Go ahead, Coach.
I mean, they normally, like, the Lions always, like, the first series or whatever, everybody know they're gonna do a run. They've been doing that for years, and we always say, go to the left or go to the right. You need to mix the plays up. It's the same plays over and over again every year. It's one wasted play every time.
Even if it's a different coach, it's the same play?
It's been it's still like almost the same system almost. It's real, it's conservative, it's a conservative system, but it's just the times, like, my dad liked Caldwell. I like Caldwell, but he just didn't, he didn't push.
He didn't have enough fire.
Yeah, he didn't have enough firepower, so it's just, we have this, but we don't have that. And when we have that, we don't have this. And it's always like that. So it gets frustrating.
No jelly.
Yeah, but but the thing is, being a fan, you take the good with the bad, but it's like we take the bad with the bad, but the good part about it is family. Like he said, we spend time together, which is important, and we have a good time every time. Even though, it's frustrating when they lose, but the overall experience is a good experience. You know what I mean?
Because it's 3 generations spending family time together.
Yep, and we meet a lot of people, and just hearing other people's stories and camaraderie and stuff like that is just, I really enjoy it. Mm-hmm. I really enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. So there are other season holders, Uncle Greg, that you have become friends with that they're ride or diers are as well.
Oh my goodness, yes. We knew people from, say 20 years. We've been knowing people from way back then. They even call us. We've had people that have passed on, that their folks have called us. We've seen kids grow up from age 2 to 21 now. When Greg and I go, we see them asking for a beer, which we thought, we have to remind ourselves that they're of age now. Wow. But, we go way back. And a lot of people are, even the security guards, the policemen, they all know us. They come and give us high fives. They shake our hands, ask us how we're doing. Everybody, we get first choice on everything. They allow us to do just about whatever we want to do, down there. But, this is a time that, we have to really just set aside and say we're thankful to have 3 generations, that can to pass on. So I just hope their excitement, which I'm not even worried about that. If my son, he gets excited, and my grandson, he gets excited. Yeah. And if I can get my wife to be excited like that, and you know what, to be exactly, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Back in the day, my wife didn't know nothing about football at all, but these young men have come up and she's learned.
So she knows the names now.
She knows the names. She knows the plays. And that just made our marriage like, wow, mama, she didn't got good with this. So you know what that means. Hey, it's a beautiful thing when she can call off different plays. Stanford. She calls out. I said, who is that? The quarterback. What, you don't know that? Oh, man. That right there is a turn on.
Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
So all is well in the house when they win, I'm sure.
Well, you know what? all is well no matter what they win or lose. So I don't even care about that. But the thing is, she enjoys football now, whereas before she didn't.
Okay. And you know what? That's fun. That's good you mentioned that, Uncle Greg. And hi, Aunt Deborah, once again, because I know she nearby. But you know what? I have learned in my failed relationships and in my good relationships, I've learned that it is very beneficial to me if I take my mate's interest on. And so that's good. It makes for a better relationship when you share the same interest, and it's not, some women, because some women, they do not like it, the attention being away from them, during that time, or they want you to go do this or do that. And it's like, you know what? And I had to learn, growing up in a football house too, let them be. Enjoy them, support them, give them all their snacks and whatever else, the food, whatever else they need, let them have their day. So ladies, take a lesson from Aunt Deborah, take a lesson from me. Let them have their fun. And so rain, sleet, or snow, do you guys go to the games?
Oh, yeah. What did I just say, Pete? I haven't missed a game since 1957. Wow. This is the first year that I missed a game. I'm going to miss the game.
So what are you? Okay, y'all, this is getting good now. So what are you experiencing? Because you can't go.
What am I experiencing? What's your worst nightmare? You wake up in cold sweats. You're wondering what's happening, what day it is, because you miss your Lions. It's just, I can't see my son when we're down there having breakfast, talking the game, and so forth. It's a traumatic experience because you're used to doing it. Anybody you talk to that knows me knows I'm a football Lions fan, not just a football fan, a Lions fan.
Yes.
And then when you take that, what's the best thing that you like, G? Take it away from me. Talking? Okay. Take that away from you, G. You can mumble.
Oh, no. Yeah, I would be devastated.
That's the word I want you to use. Devastated. That's it.
Wow. And so let me ask you, and the reason why, of course, we all know is because of COVID-19, unfortunately. So I am sure that the rest of the pro football leagues are doing something similar. I'm not sure. And I don't know if college football will allow people to go in stands either. But I did hear that there will be pitchers in the stands.
Yes.
Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, you have to pay a certain amount, don't you, Greg? You have to pay a certain amount if the closer you get to the front or the 20 to the 45-yard line.
Yeah.
You pay a certain amount, and then after that, then they go higher and higher and higher, whatever they offer. But you can have your picture shown, right?
Yeah, but I think it's the first seven rows. Like I think like Pepsi could have something there, or just advertisement just to keep us like back from the players and stuff like that. So,
but the first two games, we're not the first two home games. They're not going to be able to do it. Battery is low. The battery is low. Did you plug it, Greg?
It's all right. It's
okay. The first two games we're not going to be able to go to. Well, of course, we're not going to any games, but I'm saying for the people out there, the first two games are going to be without the fans.
Yeah, they cut back.
And then
it's normally it's 8 games and 2 preseason games.
Yeah. 8 games and 2 preseason games. And so the 2 preseason games are canceled, and then the others, the first 2 games are canceled, and then they'll have the 6.
So games. 6 here.
Yes, 6 games here. And 6 and 8.
So are you saying that some of the fans can go to the stadium?
Yes, after the first 2 games, am I correct? And they're going to just be, the capacity is going to be very low. That stadium holds 63,000 people.
Wow.
They're only going to hold not even 20,000 be able to sit in the area there. They're going to space them out, and it's going to be safe, I think. But they're going to space them out, but a lot of people won't be able to see it, and a lot of people have opted out. You know,
Yeah, we opted out.
We opted out this year for the first
So
time.
you guys opted out because you want to stay safe from the COVID.
No, because our wife says we couldn't go. Either that or you don't have a miss. So when they said we can't go, you can't go. You know, you gotta go. No, it's all kidding aside. All kidding aside, we opted out because of our wives says no, we can't go.
So if they said you could, you would risk going?
No, well, actually, we would have thought about it. I asked Greg. He looked at me. I looked at him, and he said, "That's my wife." And I said, "Well, you asked your wife." And they both came up with, "No, there's no way you're going." So we just looked at each other and said, we were glad that they said that because we weren't gonna, we weren't gonna try to risk it. Because, like my son said, in order for us to see more games, you got to be alive and to see it than to be dead and can't see it. So let's go ahead and let's be safe. Wear your mask, and there'll always be a game.
Right.
So I want to be able to see more games. So they were right, but you don't want to hear it. No matter what they say, you don't want to hear it. But they were right. So, and I hate to say they're right, but they're right.
Right. Well, COVID right every now and then,
Yeah, right.
Plus, COVID hit it hit so hard. It hit a little different because we saw a lot of people pass. His auntie, in fact, passed. From it, I had a couple friends, and it's just so it was that serious.
Yeah.
So we just opt out, and hopefully it's over with, and we can get back in next, soon as possible.
Yeah, that's it. And G, I want you to learn the fight song, okay?
Okay.
I want you to learn that because that's serious.
Okay. You gotta teach me.
Okay.
So before I let you guys go, I got a couple more questions. So speaking of COVID, I actually, had some concern with the players even playing, because that's a lot of interaction and closeness, So speak to that, Greg.
So they actually have like a system where it tracks how close. I mean, they get tested before they go into the facility every time.
Okay.
But they have a it's almost like a watch that I seen on YouTube. They wear a watch on their wrist, and it lets you know if you're too close to somebody. And if you're too close to somebody, it makes a sound like a beeping sound. It just lets them know that they need to keep space away from each other in locker rooms and stuff like that. But outside of that, on top, when they play on the field, they should be pretty safe because, like I said, they get tested every time they go into the facility.
Okay.
But there's something wrong.
So their helmet, will that look the same way? The same kind of helmet?
Yeah, it's the same. It's basically just like how basketball did. It's basically called the bubble, where they're just away from people outside the world, out in the world or whatever, away from their families and stuff like that.
Oh.
And they,
So tell me about that. What is the bubble?
The bubble.
That's basketball.
But they got that in football. It's just football too.
Yeah.
Look at football.
Yeah,
they just keep you out.
So that means that they can't live at home or
no. Like
like right now, for instance, all the basketball players are they're in Florida. The teams that made it in the playoffs. So everybody up under one area, one arena, and stuff like that. So that's how that's going right now.
Mm-hmm.
So they're kind of like quarantining them off
Absolutely.
To make sure. Well, that's good. They're putting all those extra precautions in place. That's
absolutely.
Yeah, that's a good thing. So it's gonna be a different season, y'all. Because now, so where are you gonna watch it now?
I'll give you one guess. I'll give you one guess. You're gonna ask me where we're gonna watch. I'll give you one guess.
In your Lions Den.
G1, G2, and G3. That's easy.
Red 1, 2, and 3. Wow, that's pretty cool, y'all. Well, I appreciate y'all sharing your story. I really enjoy learning all about your experiences. Is there anything else that you like to share that we haven't touched on before we go?
How about you guys? I'm in the process now of teaching them the history of everything of the Lions when they started, and and who played what, the Utley, Billy Sims, Barry Sanders, what's his name, Lynn Barney, all the oldies, some of that stuff he knows, but we want to pass it on to his son, and I want to tell him how all those guys I've met, I've seen all those guys back in the day, when they came up, and your father, like your grandfather taught me, who was the guy that was the quarterback back then when Dad was the quarterback back in the Lions back then. The white guy.
Daddy?
Yeah, when granddaddy was alive. What was his name?
I don't know.
No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we don't know the name, but he gave us the name. But the quarterback back then, I want them to know about the history. So when someone should ask them, they'll know when they go out. You hear somebody talking and they say, "Hey, you can correct them right then and there." No, I don't think that's right.
Mm-hmm.
And so you know how it is. I got to hold him out because I want to go ahead and say who it was. In fact, I always carry you always carry your phone back then, and you ask then, let's see here. Hold on 1 second, G, and I'll let you go. Who was a quarterback back in 1957?
Here's information from pro-football-reference.com.
The Lions quarterback. Oh, who was the Lions quarterback in 1957?
Here's information from pro-football-reference.com.
Oh, there it is. It was called Bobby Lane.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Bobby Lane. Your dad knew him your grandfather knew him personally. He told me the story. Yes, sir. So those were the stories that we want to bring back. When we all get together, we sit and just talk about the stories. My son and I talk about who played what, who got hurt, when, what college, what area they came. And then grandson number 1 here he knows the history, time, what school, and that's impressive in itself, so, and then to see him play, and Stephen, all the Tim, all those guys, football, Ronnie, excellent football players. So we got a family of nothing but football players. And when we all got together at 8130 Greenland, hey, we just enjoyed the football camaraderie, the talk,
Yes.
So,
yes. I remember those days like they were yesterday.
Yes, goodness, yes.
So my mom just chimed in and said, "Whatever happened to the white crying towel?"
Believe it or not, I have it upstairs. I have it in. I still have it upstairs. I still have it upstairs. It's a crying towel. It's on a hanger. I send it to the cleaners to get it pressed, and it's under a plastic. And I'll always keep that. It has a safe place. No, if you had time, I could have run upstairs and get it. But I have the crying towel. I still have it.
Wow, that is so cool. That is so. I'm afraid to ask y'all, but I'm gonna ask each one of you anyway before you go. So, Greg, number 3, do you have another favorite pro football team? And if so, what is it? And do you have a favorite college football team?
No. Lions all day, and then I'm gonna go.
Ask who you play with on the mat. Who you play with on the mat?
Excuse me, sir.
Then,
and then college football, I'm gonna go with University of Michigan.
Okay.
Go blue.
Go blue. Go blue. All right. Have you ever been to a game there?
Yeah, actually we had a football game on their field and everything. So yeah, I've been.
Mm-hmm. And who did you play for and what position?
Warm-up, and I played cornerback.
Corner or quarter?
Corner.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right, Greg, number 2, same question.
what was the question again? Say it one.
Do you have another pro football team that's a favorite? And do you have a favorite college football team?
Michigan College.
Okay.
And the Lions.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I pretty much.
But I like Michigan State too. I just grew up. I like both. Everything Michigan. So,
Okay.
But if they go against each other, I'm going Lakers.
So when you watch the Ohio State and Michigan game, is that like a big thing, a big to do also? Are y'all like going crazy?
You know it. I know you know because we went down there.
Oh, what is that? Are those helmets?
Michigan?
Those are tickets.
Oh yeah.
Wow. So, Uncle Greg, I guess I know your answer. I'm gonna answer yours for you. So, your favorite pro football team is, of course, as we all talking about, the Detroit Lions. And your favorite college team is University of Michigan, also.
Go blue.
Go blue. Go blue all the way around. Okay. Well, this been fun, y'all. I totally enjoyed talking to y'all about one of y'all loves. Hopefully, y'all love y'all God first, then your wife, then football. You know, hopefully in that order. Y'all probably got to think about it. Like, well, these two might be your tie. But I will not ask you which one is.
No, you're trying to get us in trouble. Thank you. You're not gonna get me in trouble. My mouth is sealed.
Greg, who you pointing at? Aunt Deborah.
I didn't point.
Hey, don't get us in trouble. We didn't say nothing. We didn't say nothing. Our mouth's like any, meeny, miny, and mo. See no evil, hear no evil, and speak no evil.
Right.
Hey, that's a good way to travel. That's a good way to travel too. Like sometimes, like we'll catch a close game or something, or go to Chicago, or go, just a different game. It's the Lions is.
So you guys, I didn't even think about that. So you guys travel with the Lions to see the games too?
My son does. He travels. I only been to 2 games outside of the Lions Stadium. He goes and goes to all the games.
Yeah. Well, I do the ones in here, and then we'll do like 2 away.
Yeah, 2 away
stuff like that. So me and my friends, just an excuse for me and my friends to go see some different, see some different stuff and see the different stadiums and stuff.
Take a guy trip right quick.
And you could go.
Right.
No, man.
No, she did not go.
And what states was that, Greg? For what team?
Tampa.
You went to Pittsburgh.
To
California.
San Francisco. Yeah, San Francisco. Oakland. Yeah, the Florida teams.
Yeah, he went to
the
Dolphins.
I went to the Dolphins.
Miami Dolphins, yeah.
Eagles.
Philadelphia. He goes, I tell you, he goes all over. Now you gonna tell me what other person is not a Lions fan that follow him all over the world?
Jets.
The
Jets in New Jersey.
And New Jersey, yeah.
Wow. I had no idea. You truly are diehard fans. That is so awesome.
Say it again, G.
Truly, Lions diehard fans. That's
but they gotta win. They gotta win. Eventually, they gotta win. We deserve it.
Do you think they have it in them?
G.
Is that what?
G.
Is that what?
She said, yeah, I mean,
is that what?
She didn't say what they, yeah. Something D. You're off.
Yeah, they gonna.
Look, I'm cut off.
It's coming. It's coming.
Look, how cool would it be for them to win during the COVID-19? Wouldn't that be awesome?
It'll be good.
That would be a great. I know it wouldn't be great because I know you guys want to watch it and see it and be there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But it would be nice that they pushed through and prevailed and give something, for the diehard fans who's stuck at home but wanting to be there.
This would be the year they will win the Super Bowl. Thank you.
That would kind of suck a little bit.
But you know what? That would be very bad. If we can sit through an 0-16, him and I did, an 0-16, and it would be ironic if they turn around and win a Super Bowl and we can't go, when that's something else. Well, we just go and enjoy the game, that's it. So next year we'll be back out there again, Lord willing. We'll be back out there again. So that's
and I will be too, at least for one game. So we'll work that out, and I'll know the songs too. And I'll make sure I don't jump up and root for the wrong team when they score down like I have in the past. My brothers told me I was cut off. I was like, yes. And they were like, that wasn't us. And I was like, oh.
But you support.
I'll work on it. So I got time. I got a whole year. I'll work on it. All right, Greg, 1, 2, and 3. Thank you so much for the interview. I told you it would be fun.
Love you, G.
Love you guys. Love you. Greg, I'll see you shortly.
All right. Go Lions.
Go Lions. Go Lions. Go Lions. Have a good night, guys.
A charging team that will never yield. And when the blue and silver wave, stand and hear him cheer. Rah, rah, rah. Go hard, win this game. And we'll kick the fame down the field again. The Lions victory. Go Lions. All right, G. I'll talk to you later.
See, I did have that last part. You see that?
I saw that.
Good night, guys. Thank you. I love you all.
I love you
Love
all.
you, Gigi.
Well, that concludes the Becoming the Best Version of You with Gigi show. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us, y'all. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and check out our other inspiring videos. Until next time, toodles.